What's up, everybody? What's happening? I'm gonna do some tarot divination. My name is Nick. I'm a tarot reader. I'm also an astrologer, a guide, a man of many talents. One of my talents is helping people along their journey and doing what I call wayfinding. So, ooh, look at that. That happens sometimes. You pull some cards, see what happens, play around, and just generally enjoy myself in front of the screen. So, what's been going on? What is it? It's Sunday. Thanksgiving ended. We just had Thanksgiving, right? For the non-Americans in the chat room. It's a holiday where we cook a lot of food and celebrate the abundance that we have squandered in different ways. Ideally, it's a harvest festival where we think about what we're thankful for, who we're thankful for, all the good people in our life. There's some other, colonizer type things going on with it too that have to do with the indigenous and a man named Christopher Columbus, but I won't get into that because what it does is it kicks off a season of consumption for us. One of the first days of which is known as Black Friday. I tend to choose to buy nothing on Black Friday. Some people choose to do all of their holiday shopping on Black Friday, which creates some chaos in the world. But anyway, enough about that. That's just locating us right here in space and time. So it's a little bit after the Thanksgiving week. It's Sunday. Tomorrow marks the beginning of December. I picked two cards. Let's see if they're in the shot. These ones just fell out, so maybe you can see them if I prop them up here. We've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. And Ace of Pentacles, Two of Cups is an interesting combination. So on the one side you have the Pentacle, which is the earth sign, the resource, the coin. A lot of people will associate it with the materials that come from the earth. A lot of people will also associate it with, just in general, like forms of wealth. Ace is a beginning. It's also an opportunity. So there's something here that's being presented to us, and maybe this is just you and me in the moment as we're speaking in this moment of offering an invitation for a resource to, sorry, let me take off my hood. Let me get my hair right. Shit's all fucked up. Anyway, an opportunity, to basically shine resourcefully. I think this is good. I think that's good. Anyway, to shine resourcely, and then you put it together with Two of Cups, which is about it's just toasting, it's cheersing, it's that feeling when you're like, it could be teacups, it could be beer steins, it could be little mugs of goodness. But Two of Cups is just kind of that tender moment. There's a vibe of pillow talk or just a little bit gossipy maybe sometimes, but Two of Cups can be this moment where you're sharing something a little more intimate. And I think that kicks off today's little reading in a pretty good way. So on the one hand, for me, applying it to this moment, the resource has been that I feel really good about having a studio right now. I've put together this studio as I look out behind the camera and everything that's going on. I've got turntables, records, I've got couches, I've got a nice little exercise area. Behind me, I've got this nice wrinkly backdrop that I haven't ironed, but maybe could have before we went to record this, but I didn't, because I'm just going from the heart. I feel resourced right now. I feel like it's an opportunity with Saturn stationing and with Mercury stationing, things kind of shifting, Venus into Sagittarius and the Sun in Sagittarius, for me to express, share. Ace of Pentacle, my resource, into the world. Take this new opportunity to talk a little bit about maybe what we need in this moment of the holidays, of the vibe into winter. Now, as things slow down in the winter, you can kind of get this inward movement. When nature's not as active, when it's not hot outside, when it's not beautiful and blooming outside, these tend to be the cold months. This tends to be the time of year where, now that all the leaves have fallen, especially where I live here in Oregon, they call it the months of the sticks, where it's just nothing but sticks, spindly sticks outside, gray days, right? We had a little bit of snow today. So that can be a moment to get the teapot, get the kettle on, and toast up and just have a conversation. So ideally, that's what you on the other side of the world or on the other side of your screen are willing to kind of communicate and participate in with me right now, is a little tarot tea time. So I've got my deck. It's the Pagan Otherworlds deck, and I'm just gonna kind of pull some cards and see what we see. I'm gonna think intuitively what the moment needs right now in terms of a reading. I'm gonna place those there. We'll see if that's in the shot or not. Right above everything is gonna be that Ace of Pentacles and that Two of Cups. And then we're gonna go through not a ton of cards. How many cards do we feel like we need right now? I feel like I've given you two. That sets the tone, right? That might have been the vibe check, where we're at right now, what's going on in the world. Generally, and maybe we just need one more card. Yeah, maybe we just need one more card. So I'm always going intuitively. So we've got that Ace of Pentacles, that opportune moment. We've got Two of Cups, that kind of sweet and tender sharing. And then we need maybe a predominant energy or something that just like gives us the message, right? So what's the message? So boom, boom. Take a look at those. On your right, you've got the Ace of Pentacles. On your left, you've got the Two of Cups, right? So that's kind of setting the tone. And then we'll just pull one more and just see what the big message is and what I read from that. Ooh, Nine of Swords. This is our full moon card. So today is Sunday, November 30th, I think. Yeah. Tomorrow's December 1st. We've got the full moon in Gemini coming in on the 4th. And this guy is associated with that moon in the area that moon's happening. So we'll just talk about that a little bit. Nine of Swords can very often be about hopes and fears, dreams and nightmares, the ways in which our mind gets to spinning. And you can spin that thing up and it can be a really, really powerful dynamo of an engine, or it can be a chainsaw of overthinking, cutting through all your hopes and dreams in a way that really gets you worked up and exhausted in a way. So something to think about with this new moon is, I've been going through this personally. It's been interesting. How many projects are too many projects? How many things are too many things? Winter, and very often the month of December, is this consumerist, extreme moment. There's a loud cacophony of sales reps, advertisements, people, family, stress, and you can see it with the animals. You ever pay attention to people's dogs? Sometimes dogs get really stressed out around their humans a certain time of year. They're picking it up. We're also picking it up. So this is kind of a card about what it looks like to be able to discern what is the thought, the idea, the dream that's worth holding on to, and what has just become this inflated fantasy in a way. With this particular one, it's got a swan. And it's interesting because it's a swan that has a chain around its neck. and you don't really see where that chain's going. So I'm just gonna riff off this. There's an anchor down there, or a weight maybe down there. Anchors can be useful in anchoring us. Anchors can be difficult in the sense that they tug us into this world, or pull us down, or keep us maybe suspended. So with the past few weeks, the past month or so, there's been ample opportunity to reflect, revise, review maybe what your plans are. And this could be going into December, especially with this full moon, when you cut away some of the things that no longer serve in terms of the dream you thought you were going to achieve, or the thing that you were maybe going after, and just kind of quiet down and rest a little bit. So when I put this card together, so this card being about heavy activity of the mind, a lot going on, but you also learning how to cleave and discern and cut through and figure out where the best places you can do that, or figure that out, so that you can get to that tea party, that calm place of sharing your emotions, maybe with yourself, maybe with someone else, doing that kind of personal work. And then that can bring you to the place where you know what this is, this opportunity, this resource, this thing. So for me in this moment, turning the camera on, sitting my ass down, opening up this deck, talking about all these swords. Wow, there's a lot of them on the wall, right? Really pretty ones. Let me show you all of them. Well, really the only one that matters in this moment is tarot. So I put down all the other thoughts, ideas, and I focused on connecting with you. You got your tea poured up, I got my tea poured up. We're talking about tarot here, right? And in doing so, I find the resource that's going to be helpful in moving us together into an easeful, a restful, a focused December and January. Because winter is about rest. Winter is about recuperation. Winter is about restoring all of the things that need to slowly be composted, the stories that need to be told, the fire that needs to be sat in front of, the things you need to cook, and to do so in an easeful, gentle way is a resource. So can you carve that out? And if you're not in a place where you feel that you can, who can you sit with these cups and learn from? Who can you understand as someone who's got way too many swords, way too many thoughts, way too many ideas, and they're kind of messy, and you need a little bit of a boundary or a walk away from? And if this isn't you, maybe it's someone else, and being aware of those people that are being, in a sense, haunted by their dreams, their fantasies, their nightmares. It happens a lot in the holidays. And so just being compassionate, loving, respectful, but also stepping away to give yourself the Two of Cups care and to know yourself in that Ace of Pentacles resource. And that's our tarot reading for tonight. Have a beautiful evening.